The Naked
187
City.
at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
What's with that getup of yours anyway?
One round.
I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
Someone ought to take him home. He's loaded.
Seem distracted.
That's something.
Century Unit. Citizen reports suspicious activity on a trolley car on Fountain Avenue. Stand by for further information. Any Central Unit?
LAPD, ma'am. Are you all right?
That lowlife! That filthy lowlife!
What happened?
I was standing ready to get off and I heard a click. His camera. That pervert took a picture of my... up my...
Which way did he go?
There! That's him! Right there!
Ah, fuck.
Go on, Phelps, get after that creeper.
Oop.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. Hit him. Clear this asshole off the road. Getting close. Steer him off the tar.
Yeah, you know what? Easier said than done with his damn turning around. Oh my god. Ah! Shit. I was hoping I was gonna be able to ram him there, but nope. Holy crap, he turned so quick there, man. It's car chases, man.
Put your hands in the air.
You're under arrest for public indecency.
Oh, Christ.
These car chases, man, they go all over the place. Okay. Oh, we had to get all the way back there. Dun, dun. Dirt, dirt.
Any Sentry unit
Oh.
flying forward just occurred. 3155 west.
Okay. Well, of course it's. No! And it crashed. Oh, come on. Ah. Do, do, do. Starting it up again. Wonder where it's saved now though. Probably after we caught that guy, huh? Dun, dun. Ba-da-da-dum. Resume.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it. Get that.
Okay. Back here then. Let's see. Go straight, right, to left.
Any unit in the vicinity of 211 call resident. Union stand by for further unit to handle identify.
Let's see here. That was like I wasn't even looking at that though. Oh. Yes, take a hike that one. Damn it! I definitely looking. I was looking at the minimap to see. I wish these cars had a little bit better brakes though.
I got your plates.
You got my plates, huh? Murder scene.
Second floor.
Apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks. Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead. Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest.
Looks strangled.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
A very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly. Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down, and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
It spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
No.
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with some boys, huh? Maybe she got her heart broken. Couldn't take it anymore. So she ran herself a bath and down some pills, and then she just drifted off.
More pills?
Looks like barbiturates.
I'm sorry. I'm not being very clear.
There. It's okay.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
No.
We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Okay, let's see.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Okay.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
What do you mean by that?
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Miss Julie would never have killed herself. She was a very determined young lady. One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
What?
Men friends, Mrs. Reynoldson. Spill it.
I will not spread gossip about Miss Julia. She was very nice to me.
I don't care if she was the Virgin Mary, sister. Who was she humping? You changed the sheets.
You're disgusting. If you're going to take that tone, I won't answer any more questions.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very
I should have taken lie
One of the
there.
other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
I knew it. Doubt was a little bit too. Yeah, right.
No good to me.
Iron something else.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Yeah, there was nothing on that one.
There's been a modeling assignment.
Name on this one.
It's a place to start.
Come keep me company.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
It's not this one. I didn't see. Got the information right in the middle one.
Back to work, Phelps. I don't like the way this broad bought it. I want to get the guys responsible.
Okay. Oh, there's more stuff here. Come on. Don't know where that would be. Yeah, we need to go left, I think, up here. Oh, love a bump. You're a reckless, bad person. I wasn't even close to you, buddy. Absolute firepower. Of course, on the fifth floor.
Stoneman, office 505.
Wow, elevator for once.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Out of 4, 5, 3. This seems to be. There we go. 5.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Whoops. Wrong way. Leaving again.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Okay.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
You didn't like her, did you?
It wasn't a question of like, Detective. She was incredibly beautiful. When you looked in her eyes, you knew how a mouse felt before a snake. Not an ounce of warmth there.
Okay.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
That's probably true.
She didn't appear to have a weight problem.
She had a self-esteem problem. Miss Randall felt her only control over her life was through her appearance.
We often find the more obstructive people tend to be, Dr. Stoneman, the more they have to hide.
Well, that sucked. Okay.
Junk. Circumstantial.
Children. Well, that didn't go well at all. Yeah, coffee mugs doesn't do anything. Didn't go well at all.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Yeah, I don't trust him either, though.
Hunters take to the skies to stamp out the sharp-toothed drives the coyotes out of their lairs, and the shadow of doom is etched across the snowbound waste. Death for the marauder. In 1 month alone.
Okay, let's see what that one is located at. We should right there.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Let's check out the dress store then and see what they have to say, huh?
And I thought this was such a nice area.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to me.
I'm very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Why?
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Okay.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Okay.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Yep. We're going to the morgue then, huh? Quickest way around and go. Maybe.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
He's waiting for us, I see.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
Yeah.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Mouthpiece tore stripped off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. That was the A1.
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
I'm just praying the prince comes through so I can nail the son of a bitch.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming
Okay,
in.
let's see how we can do with this one then, huh?
It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
It looks like he's...
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck on the shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes.
Of course you did.
We had relations.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Okay.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Oh, that one.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been
I should have
involved,
taken a
but
lie,
like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
but I don't have anything to
Heather
tie him
told us
to
that
it
you were in
either.
fashion.
That's right.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick and you'll get roasted.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. And proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties. Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Hey!
God damn it.
come
Everyone's
on.
looking at us, Cole.
I'd have expected a cat like Arnett to be a better liar.
Those tailing missions, man.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Dun, 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 dun.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Huh. All this hot stuff then.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Move in. At risk losing the trail.
I think he's a bit of a gangster, but what are you doing?
Oh, come on. Oh, and it looked right as I was running there. Damn it. I waited a little bit longer.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Move in. At risk losing the trail.
Doom, 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 doom.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. At risk losing the trail.
Oh, come on with the camera. Don't understand what the camera angle is locked that way when you get to polish.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Mm-hmm. Okay, are we gonna get something out of this one, or? I think I need to use the phone, it seems like. Right there.
Car 11K, 11 King, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Homicide detectives Bukowski and Galloway have information relating to the Randall case.
Roger, KGPL. 11K, en route.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King, go ahead.
R&I reports the last arresting officer for DOA Jimmy LeBlanc was Patrolman Fred Wallace, who's working a shift on Hollywood 9th Beat, Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Car 11K, en route.
Okay.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's just take the road.
Any Central unit of 484 just occurred, 3155 West 4th Street.
Not.
Unit to handle code 3 identified.
That's just too far off. Time to wait there.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Guy gave his wife a tap. I'd say all fair in love and war. Where's the phone? Eat it enough, Jeff. You getting hungry or something? Or can I go back to sleep? Afraid not. Do you think I'm gonna squeal? No way. Nope.
There we go.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
How long is this gonna take?
And then we head it back.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
I'm not gonna get out of here tonight.
This is Beverly Eavesdrom, huh?
No entiendo.
Yeah, I want to make homicide.
You know you've got it made if you can get to that path.
My sister's always been lucky when it came to her weight.
Did you know?
I've been used going out that way. How many cases with the car? Let's go. He has to say. Do-do-do. Okay, people here. Right. Oops. You're taking right there. Damn it.
Listening. Come on, let's give him a hand. Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Oh shit. You didn't expect them all to start shooting at me.
Getting some goddamn cover.
He stopped moving. I thought he was gonna run to the left, but he stopped there for a second. Missed like 2 shots.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I missed his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
A boxer, huh?
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Okay, let's see. Oh. Oh my lord. Long drive again. Get down here. The left.
KTI features the best live programming and transcribed shows. KTI 760. Friends, what is the secret soap that the most lovely Hollywood stars use to preserve dizziness? Pandora brand toilet soap. The complexion soap. Gentle, white, and so fragrant. It's perfect for a daily beauty bath. Leaves skin really fresh.
Hey, we take all ways to get forward.
Just try the Hollywood Beauty Bath with Pandora, and you'll see why. Pandora brand soap's got that creamy, active lather that's soothing and gentle on your skin. Why, Pandora is 7 ways better than old-style floating soaps. Take a tip from Hollywood. Make Pandora your daily bath soap. Pandora lathers twice as fast, even in the hardest water. It's a luxury that any woman can afford. Just a few cents a cake. Now that's thrifty with its flower-like fragrance.
There we go.
Nice house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
I guess I am driving, huh? As usual.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Enough.
So you have no idea who did this burglary? A lot of these cases tend to be inside jobs.
How dare you impugn my character and the character of my staff?
Well,
if
but
you
they try
have
it.
no further questions, I suggest you leave.
I knew that one was gonna go bad.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year
I was
ago.
gonna actually almost
But
take
let's
the
not
lie
go
just
into
for the
that.
heck of
Let's
it.
talk about what you've recovered.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover
That's
your
a 1
valuables.
out of 2, I guess.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, Doctor.
What did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Okay.
Casting at 760 kilohertz. KTI Radio, American Century Broadcasting.
Bum 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 bum. Holy crap, that was way off. Okay, let's get out there, follow the road, and all the way up. No talking? Okay, put on the sirens.
Arnett is obviously arranging burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
What is sogging it, sister? You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
interesting truck. Some gets out of the way quickly and some just goes right out in the way, man. Okay, let's see what we get here then. It was on its way to the left, but okay, let's see what we can find out here then at the apartment.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
Okay, we need to...
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Stop!
Don't
LAPD!
kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on, put your hands in the air!
Oh boy, chase time.
Give it up, LAPD!
Oh, come on, are you serious? What the heck, man? Uh-oh. It's like the fourth time we get beaten
Looks
up.
like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
Maybe. No.
Should look around first, huh? Dart.
I don't think so. Doesn't tell me anything. Nothing significant.
Okay. Oh, wait. Maybe there's something. Oh, come on. The range there. What the heck can I get that to trigger then? The morphine.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Gold pen.
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties and find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Damn.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was gonna marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was gonna create a new gang.
You wanted Julia Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Julia was his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone, not the least me. She was never going to go back to the poverty she came from. I wanted it to stop.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
We can give him a list then.
Your first burglary was a Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Getting the fashion banter in there. Okay.
That's that cop. Seemed like a decent guy.
No matter how many toothpastes you try.
Okay, so let's see. We are up there, so we just need to take a left. Left.
Change to double blink.
To the left, to the left.
You used 2 years ago.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the run of Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
Mullingar makes it so easy. Just add
Bantering, man.
the delicious pancakes are ready after a few minutes on the griddle. In fact, Mullingar flour can be used for breakfast, lunch, and supper. For meals that are satisfying, good eating, and make your mouth water, use Mullingar flour. Milled by the same family for generations, Mullingar flour was the first to use steel rollers to process grain into the high-quality flour moms love.
Mom, we're out of Mullingars.
You can cheer up, son. Call the grocer. A new shipment of Mullingar flour
Wasn't it
arrives
there?
every week.
Oh, it's on the other side.
Mullingar flour.
Why ain't I getting bigger here?
He's stone cold dead in the market. He's stone cold dead in the market. He's stone.
This the place? Oh, yeah. All the way up again. We already been here, so.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better. Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in. I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to.
Not my wife or my children nor my friends, and I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key.
Okay.
What have I done?
Oh!
Didn't see
Okay.
that coming.
Well, darn.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner Immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
Okay.
We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Oh, came up, man.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Oh, you sound like my ex-partner. Also rusty. Okay, so let's see, where is this place then? Okay. You just need to take left. Shit. It's turning radius, man.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Wait. Pull. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Nope. Oh, come on. Get up there. And up we go, of course. I was hoping I would get him before we get this far.
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Place the son of a bitch.
Here's how many shots he's gonna take.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
8 million stories. And the questions were a little bit sloppy that time. Naked City, huh?